How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing all right today. So then, it's Bitesize Leeds. We're back with another instalment. All the latest goings on in the wonderful world of Leeds United Football Club. Transfer news, general news surrounding Leeds United. It all goes down on Bitesize Leeds. I really hope that you enjoy it. Just before I get into it properly, smash that like button. Please subscribe and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the topics that I discuss in today's video in the comment section down below, and let's get straight into it. So then, guys, let's get into it. First of all, I just want to discuss some good news for Leeds fans, and that it looks like Kalvin Phillips is going to be sticking around. So apparently he's had a chat with Kinnear, Brads, Orta, and he's made intentions clear that he does want to remain a Leeds United player this summer, despite interest from a number of Premier League outfits, such as Manchester City, such as Manchester United, and such as the likes of West Ham and Liverpool previously as well. I did have the belief that if Leeds United stayed up, that Kalvin would remain at Leeds. I do think and I do hope that that will be the case now. I think the board need to start making players. If Kalvin sees that we're trying to push to that next level, then I do think he will stay. If he sees that the intention is there from the board to put right what happened last season, and that's saying it nicely, then yeah, I do think Kalvin will at least give us at least another season. If we're in this same position that we were last season, in January at the end of the season, then yeah, I do think he will go. And fair play. I don't think it's like a Rafinha situation. Raf's basically said that if Barcelona meet his valuation, if they can find the funds, then he will go. He's already told Leeds that he wishes to join them, which fair play. He does deserve to be playing Champions League football. There's no doubt about that. As does Kalvin. However, his loyalty to Leeds, his loyalty to the fan base, he's a Leeds fan himself. I think he'll at least want to give it one more go. If we don't push higher up than what we have done, then I do think he will go, and fair play. I don't think anyone would begrudge a move for him if that were to happen. As I said on the upload that I did the other morning, if we sign Tyler Adams, or at least a good quality CDM to partner Kalvin in a double pivot, then I do think Leeds will be in a much better place. Kalvin's obviously a better technician. He's a better passer of the ball, more intellectual in terms of football. He's got a higher football IQ than a lot of players in our team. A Tyler Adams type figure would be there to break up opposition counter-attacks, get stuck into a tackle. As long as he's decent on ball, then I think him and Kalvin would be great. But if Kalvin was to go and we brought in Tyler Adams to replace him, I think Leeds could be a bit of a loss there. We definitely need to sign another CDM and a centre attacking midfielder as well. I think you're going to see a lot of like Red Bull / American players at Leeds United, or at least being linked to Leeds United, understandably. I don't think we'll go down that route though. But that's for another video. I just thought I'd start off with some hopefully good news, and that Kalvin Phillips will hopefully remain at Elland Road. So then, up next is a player that I did discuss back in January. He plays for Blackburn Rovers, and he goes by the name of Brereton Diaz. Now, he's had an unbelievable season, scored a lot of goals for Rovers this season. They still didn't make the playoffs, so you'd see that as a failed season for them as a team. But on an individual, personal note, he has had a really good season. And I did say back in January, is he a one-season wonder? Could he make that step up to the Premier League? And that's no disrespect to him because he's a championship player. I think there's a lot of championship talent. There's a few Forest players. James Garner, who Leeds are apparently linked with, was on loan from Scum, but he had a really good season. I think he'd adapt really well into Premier League. O'Brien at Huddersfield as well. You've got Brennan Johnson and Jed Spence who are coming up next season with Forest, who I think will have amazing seasons. So it can be done. But Blackburn do want 20 million for him. Now, is that too much for him based on the fact that he's only had one proper good season? Is there enough, has he got enough in the bank to play up to that price tag? Who knows? If we bring him in, I would obviously back him 100%. I think any player that Leeds sign deserves a chance to impress the fans. Maybe he would fit a Jesse Marsh type system more than what he would if it was Marcelo Bielsa. I would believe that, to be fair. I think he would do better under Jesse Marsh. So if we are linked with him and it does get over the line, happy days, Hopefully he can bag some goals. And yeah, I do think there'll be quite a lot of Premier League clubs interested in him based on the season that he's had. So I wouldn't bank on it 100% until you've heard something more concrete. But apparently, according to the Daily Mail, Leeds are in for him, and it would cost us £20 million if we were to go ahead with it. And finally, on this morning's upload of Bitesize Leeds, I'm just going to get this player's name up because it is a weird one to pronounce. Apparently, Angus Kinnear and Victor Orta are in New York, hoping to try and finalise a deal for New York City striker Valentin Castellanos. As I said, Argentinian striker, currently playing for New York City in the MLS. And Orta and Kinnear are out in New York, whether it's to wrap up this deal, whether it's to wrap up another American-based player. As I said earlier, guys, Leeds United are going to be linked with a number of either Red Bull players or American players just because of the 49ers, the Jesse Marsh effect. We've already signed Brendan Aronson, who's American. So it's going to happen. As I said, hopefully we don't go down that route of just signing Red Bull players and American players. We need to be, going out to other sources, But from what I've seen of this lad, he does look like a top young talent. I'm not as sure of how much New York City are wanting for him, but apparently he's wanting a move away. Whether it's to the Premier League or not, who knows? But I think people are putting two and two together. The fact that Orta and Kinnear are out in New York, he plays for New York City. Leeds are apparently linked, so obviously everyone's kind of putting all that together to suggest that Leeds United are in for him. As I've just touched upon with Brereton Diaz, whoever it is that we sign in, we definitely need a number 9 this season. Patrick Bamford's injury record suggests that, he probably is going to get at least one injury next season. I think the first season up in the Premier League was a bit of an anomaly for him. Didn't really get injured at all, really. I think he probably missed maybe 1 or 2 games all season. But this season just gone, he's pretty much missed the whole thing, hasn't he? Which I do feel sorry for him for. But even if Bamford comes back fit and is strong and he plays nearly every game, we need a number 9 in this window, whether it's to partner Paddy, whether it's to be a rotation player with Bamford, or whether it's just for if Bamford is injured. Yes, there's Joe Gellart, yes, there's Sam Greenwood, but we can't be putting pressure on our under-23s in certain games, especially against the likes of Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal, these sort of teams. You can't be putting pressure on these young lads to come in. Yes, they've played well when they've played, of course, but you do need to manage them a little bit now. You've seen Cresswell come out, haven't you, as well, saying that he wants more minutes, whether it's at Leeds or out on loan. I get his frustration, but you need to be eased in. And yeah, they have been eased in this season, but I think that was more forced. I think if it's not forced and they're playing, then you can kind of understand it a bit more. But we'll see what a lot of them are really made of this upcoming season. As I said, whether it's the New York City striker, Castellanos, or Brereton Diaz, Eddie Nketiah, who I know Leeds aren't linked with, but I'm just saying random strikers' names, Emmanuel Dennis from Watford, whoever it is, we need to bring another number 9, and it's vital that we sign one this summer. We definitely need a number 9, a CDM, a cam, and a fullback. We've been linked with that fullback from Salzburg, Christensen, which I do think Leeds will get wrapped up for around 10 million. And then I would go in for another left back as well, because Junior Firpo, my God, I'm not even going to get on him because I'll just start ranting. God, terrible, terrible player. But anyway, that brings us to the end of this morning's upload of Bitesize Leeds. I really hope that you've enjoyed it, guys. Smash that like button. Please subscribe and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and check out the membership that's available as well. It's £1.99 a month. I would really appreciate it if some of you did get on board with that to help support the channel. And I'll see you in my next upload, people. Cheers.